Okay, so our UV unwrap is done. Now with this one, I'm going to save my selection. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to just press Q and reset the transforms. And then I just already want to go to UV and average the island scale. And temporarily just UV and pack islands. This is just so that we can see everything a little bit better. There we go. And now we can just Alt U and we can hide this one for now. Move on to the next one. So let's do Alt I on this one. And for this one, oh, okay, so this is symmetry. You know what? We can test it out. We can test out if symmetry properly reserves your UVs. And sorry, I just need to switch over my brain from normal unwrapping to using seams. So let's map this one. And let's also map. Ooh. Let's also map this one. And then let's turn on live unwrap again. And do a mark seam. So those two pieces will be cut out. These two pieces we can mark seam. Cut those out. Okay, so in here, that becomes a little bit annoying to actually see. I'm not sure if I should mark seam. I think we don't need to like detach these pieces, unwrap them, reattach them and do all that stuff. I think we can just get around it by just looking at it from the back. Mark seam. Okay, so that piece now becomes one nice straight piece. These three pieces are maybe a little bit funky, but yeah, I think, well, if we select these, should that already be enough? Let's see. Select these and do like a U and a mark seam. No, that's not enough. We would probably need to like select all of this, but it's probably easier to just select it in our UV view. And go U and mark seam. Maybe we need to select also one of these edges. U, mark seam. There we go. Okay. So we need to go ahead and we need to just select like this circle. And then just select like one of the corners and then U and mark seam. There you go. And yeah, since we only need to do that 3 times, it doesn't take long. So I just need to. There we go. U, mark seam. Okay, so those are now done. Okay, what else do we have? We do not have back faces over there, which is fine. It means that we can probably just like mark seam around here, which will U, mark seam, which will cut those pieces out. Though I think actually, you know what? I think we actually need to cut these out because of the roundness. They cause some problems. There we go. So that's nice and clean. So we got this piece, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make this into like one big slab. Like this. That should do the trick. So U, mark seam. See, now it becomes one big slab. And yeah, that's not too bad for the warping. And then this, of course, also becomes like one piece. So that already does it. Now, what I'm interested about is when I press apply. Okay, fair enough. So it does hold our symmetry. So if we now would go to UV and average island scale, UV pack islands, it should. Oh no, it does not. Select this, and let's do Ctrl L. What I was expecting is to have 2 pieces of this. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong view. So that's the problem. I was actually expecting there to be 2 pieces of this, but it looks like that when I select one of these, select this, Ctrl L, it just selects all of them, which is a bit of a problem. So that's annoying. That's exactly what I was hoping it wouldn't happen. So now you would probably, I don't know, can we do like a U and another unwrap? Okay, yeah, so if we do another unwrap on this, It looks like that actually fixes it, because it will just read the seams and then it will unwrap it again. I know we probably shouldn't do this brainstorming during a tutorial, but hey, it's all about teaching. So if I just select one edge over here and mark a seam over here, so just to make that a little bit smaller, and I'm going to select one edge over here, mark a seam over here. There we go. So now everything fits a little bit better. Alt U. Okay, save our scene, and that one is done. Let's now go ahead and just Alt I, and let's do this one. So for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and probably let's go from this point on to this one on. So let's mark a seam. So those will be looped. Those will all loop all the way over here, and then I want the loop to end over here. U, mark seam. So that one should cut that out, and then if we just cut out this side, it should do the trick. U, mark seam. And U, mark seam. Oh, still some problems left. Oh wait, maybe it's because of these two. There you go, that's it. We just had to cut those two pieces out. Okay. And the last one, Alt U. So this one, it's just a matter of leaving those dots. U, mark seam, and then at the place that you get it's least visible over here, mark a seam. And oh yeah, of course, let's also go ahead and just probably around these circles mark a seam so that it doesn't like stretch out this far. There you go. So now it just becomes one big piece. Cool. So those are all done now. So I'm quite happy with that. Now what we're going to do next is, and we'll still do that in this chapter, is we are going to actually duplicate these pieces. So for this, what we are going to do is we have our low poly. We're just gonna also turn on our high poly. Give it a second. There we go. And now you simply want to go ahead and like select these pieces, move them around so that we know that we have everything selected, and let's just undo that. Oh, undoing in Blender with lots of geometry is for me very slow. But anyway, simply duplicate this and then rotate this exactly 180. Place it into position. See? And now we still have the low poly and the high poly selected. Now what we do need to do later on is on our duplicates we actually need to select all the low polys and throw them into the low poly tab. But that's something for later. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and click and drag, select that, and then hold Alt and then just deselect everything else. So duplicate. And this might be a bit slow at times. Duplicate again. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there's no clipping going on. There we go. Duplicate again. Rotate to 180. Oh, 180, 90. Sorry, 90 degrees. Let's move this into position. Let's duplicate this once more. Let's give it some space. There we go. And another 90 degrees. Once again, move it forward until it's on the right position. And we can just go ahead and do this once again. And again. And you guessed it, again. Okay, 2 more to go. Rotate this 90 degrees. It will probably be a pain later on selecting the high poly from the low poly, but that's something that we can work on. We only need to select one of them anyway, so over here. There we go. Okay, so now what you want to do is let's go ahead and I think our high poly will be easier to select. So, oh no, wait, our low poly. So let's turn off our high poly and our low poly actually. And the goal basically is to select one. So this is the low poly. Right click, move to collection, create B_LP. Select this, make sure that it's a low poly. Right click, move to collection, create B_LP. And you just want to do this until only high polys are left. And as you can see here, the low polys are a little bit easier to select because they're slightly bigger. So that's why I can do this quite quickly. Just make sure that you select it on corners because that's the places where they are most often bigger. And if you accidentally misselect, just undo it. Just Ctrl-Z it. Ctrl-Z is your friend, so. For this one. Oh yeah, here it's because it's already one piece, so that's no problem. And the nice thing about Blender is that it saves the location that your mouse was last time in the menu. So you can very quickly, I don't need to navigate with my mouse anymore after I've done it once. I just need to click twice. So select right click and just click twice and that is already enough. There we go. And now all you need to do is select the rest. And then just right click, move to collection, HP. So we have our create low poly ready to go. And we have our create high poly, which is probably a little bit more visually appealing. So if you go to the layout tab, you can do modeling tab if you want. Doesn't really matter. I just like the layout tab. There we go. See? It's looking pretty good. So let's save our scene. And what we will do in the next chapter is we will go ahead and we will start unwrapping our create a low poly.